Fin del Mundo, that's how they call this area here. Welcome to Ushuaia, the world's southernmost city here in the south of Argentina. There is one more town further south in Chile, that's Puerto Williams, but yeah, it's really just a small town, and Ushuaia is like a real city. That's why it's like the southernmost city. I spent the last 2 weeks here in Argentina traveling around the Patagonia region, did a lot of hiking. The mountains, the landscape, and the wildlife are all incredible here in Argentina. It's a beautiful country. But now it's time to head north again. And to do this, I'm going to catch a ride with the Argentinian military. Yeah, let's get checked in and then I'll explain more. Yep. To Comodoro. Can I have a window seat? Ventana, window seat? Okay.
Lugar de asiento 5A.
Sí, sí. Okay.
Puerta 5.
5, okay. Gracias.
A las 12.
What? Okay. There we are, gate 5. Got a nice apron view. Waiting for my flight, which I'm kind of confused about because I think maybe it was rescheduled. You see, it is supposed to depart at 1:05 p.m. and that's also like what it says on the screens. But yesterday they sent a check-in notification stating that check-in today is open between 10:15 and 11:15 a.m. So check-in would close like an hour and 50 minutes before departure, which doesn't make sense at all. And also today during check-in I think she said boarding is at 12, which also doesn't make sense for a 1 p.m. departure. So I think they kind of shifted the flight to an early departure time without notifying me in advance. Or maybe I'm wrong and they're just very cautious about timings. So, which airline are we flying today? It is LADE, Líneas Aéreas del Estado. So it's a state airline, but it is operated by the Argentinian military. That's why earlier I said we're gonna fly with the Argentinian military. So are we gonna fly with a C-130? No, unfortunately not. The Argentinian military has some like regular aircraft they use for passenger transportation. Earlier this year, 2024, they received 2 Embraer 140s, which they use for that purpose. And they also have a couple of Saab 340s, one of which we're gonna take today. We're gonna take a Saab 340 out of here, out of Ushuaia, all the way up north to Comodoro, with 2 stops in between. First stop is gonna be in Rio Gallegos, or Rio Gallegos, as they pronounce it here in Argentina, I think. And second stop is gonna be in Calafate, and then third leg is gonna take us to Comodoro at the Atlantic coast. I have no idea which aircraft exactly is gonna fly today because they don't show up on flight radar, so I don't actually know if the flight is on time. It seems to be on time. Unfortunately, maybe I cannot catch the landing because I simply don't know when the aircraft will land. But their Saab 340s all seem to be around 33 years old, so they're a bit rusty maybe. Let's see. Check-in experience was super smooth, very fast. The lady at check-in was very nice. She gave me a window seat on the left side, seat 5A. That should give me some nice views, and the Saab 340 has a 1-2 configuration, so I actually have no one next to me. But I also have one point of criticism about data protection. LADE, the email yesterday contained the email addresses of the other passengers. Like the check-in notification, they actually included all the other passengers' email addresses in CC. Like, why? So, I don't know how serious LADE takes data protection, but yeah, this is kind of an issue, like to include passengers' email addresses in CC. I mean, normally it would be BCC at least, or like some other system, but having the other email addresses sent to all the other passengers as well? So yeah, I don't know. Data protection in Argentina. I hope it's a one-off. I'm not entirely sure. The LADE website is actually not too bad. It's kind of straightforward. You find what you need. Yeah, but maybe their IT is a bit outdated. Yeah, but there seem to be 14 other passengers on the flight, or at least there were 14 other email addresses. We'll see how many people there are actually on the flight. For sure, there are no seats anymore for the second and the third leg, Rio Gallegos to El Calafate and El Calafate to Comodoro. That is like shown as sold out, but I'm not sure about the first leg. Yeah, while we're waiting here, maybe a word about the airport, which actually looks quite nice. It has this wooden design, kind of feels like some airport in Norway or like Sweden, I don't know, but it feels quite nice. And I noticed during my travels in Argentina, they do like to use a lot of wooden materials, so I guess they like to keep things natural. That's kind of nice. Right, let me fill up my water bottle somewhere, go to the bathroom, and then hopefully our aircraft, our Saab 340, will be here soon. And I'm gonna catch you once I'm on board. And welcome aboard Tango 35, a 26.5-year-old Saab 340 on the way from Ushuaia to Rio Gallegos and then on to Calafate and Comodoro. We just airborne out of Ushuaia, climbed straight out for a couple of minutes and then turned left over the mountains and past some clouds on the way. It was a bit turbulent, now it's a lot calmer and, well, the landscape outside is just beautiful. Flight is almost full. There are like a couple of empty seats, but really not many. The Saab 340 has 33 seats and I don't know, maybe 5 of them are not taken at the moment. There are also 3 pilots, like 2 pilots at the controls and then like 1 on the drum seat, and then there is 1 flight attendant who did the safety briefing both in Spanish and also in English, but I don't know if there will be any service on board. The woman in front of me is just unpacking a sandwich, so maybe there's no service. We are a little bit delayed because we had to wait for 1 passenger who was late, so that resulted in like a, I don't know, 25-minute delay, but we're heading to Rio Gallegos now. Should take us at about an hour, and total time to Comodoro should be around 5 hours. It's actually really loud now. I will put in earplugs in a second, but yeah, just be advised it's very loud. Yeah, and here we are in the airside area, the gate area of Rio Gallegos airport. Everyone had to disembark, and then they give you a transit card, which funnily says AAP, which is the code for Buenos Aires, but anyway. And then you actually exit through the baggage claim, and you have to re-enter the airside area and re-clear security. I don't really understand why they do it this way, because I mean, if you are transiting, even though you may have to disembark, they could send you directly to the gate area without re-clearing security. So I don't know, that was kind of annoying. But on the upside, the terminal of Rio Gallegos is quite nice. They use a lot of very bright colors. They have wooden seats here as well, and the gate area looks very bright, and there is a lot of light in the gate area. They have free Wi-Fi, they have power outlets, so all in all, quite a nice terminal. But yeah, re-clearing security. But actually they let you leave your stuff on board, like your hand luggage, if you are transiting. So that way you don't have to actually take your backpack. I mean, I took mine anyway, but you would be able to leave your stuff on board, so you don't have to take it through security again. Yeah, now it's like 15 minutes to the official boarding time for the next flight to El Calafate. Flight to El Calafate should be very quick, 45 minutes, and I guess we'll also have to disembark in El Calafate, but I know there's a lounge, so I may be able to go to the lounge in between. And there we are, Comodoro Airport, International Airport. I don't think they have any international flights from here, but anyway, that's it for today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe. I will see you next time. Until then, enjoy your travels.